Capricorn, let's start with your reading. Today, we are going to look into the overall energies around you, and then we will focus on the upcoming events in the near future for you. All right, let's start with your reading. Ooh, look at this, Capricorn. There is something or someone even who is sneaking into your life, into your energy sphere without you even knowing it. Maybe someone from the past or someone new we will see, but this is going to surprise you and you were not expecting it at all. Right here, you're looking at me with this Emperor energy and of course, Knight of Pentacles. I do believe that right here, we are seeing exactly you in your Pentacles element. Working hard, building your empire, and so far, nothing really new. But there is something unexpected coming in which you did not plan for. You know, the Knight of Pentacles, it's definitely an energy that is showing someone very important entering your life. For most of you, they have already. For some other of you, they haven't showed up yet, but their presence is already right here in your environment. This is an energy that is known to slowly become more and more important to you without you even realizing it. There is someone here who entered this situation with no expectations at all. Maybe started as friends, colleagues, or just two people coming together for fun. But what you might not know is that that was just the start. The entry point for something that could potentially revolutionize your life. And by the time you realize it, you'll be already 100% immersed in it. There is high compatibility here between the two of you. Definitely a passionate, sweet, but also mature type of connection. Again, at the beginning, just 1% of all of this showed up. But the more time it passes, the more someone here is realizing that they are falling in love with the other person. And that process might be actually very irreversible at this point. It's not much about what you feel when you're together, but it's mostly what you feel when you're apart. Someone is all of a sudden realizing that they miss the other person and they cannot fully understand why, perhaps not even trying to understand why. In fact, here, someone is maybe trying even to fight this feeling or to ignore it somehow. But this Ace of Swords is trying to push its energy into the picture, and at some point, it will be very painful to ignore. The greatest thing is that neither of you were really looking for love at this point. And that perhaps, you know what, it's the best time to find love, when it's not a necessity, when you already have everything that you need and decide to enter a love connection only because it feels good. There is a lot of love here, a very deep and spiritual type of connection. And I do believe that this person, whether they know it or not, they are coming into your life in the right way. Because Capricorns often, when someone is coming in that way, they start analyzing the person. All right, why are you coming in? How are you going to impact my stability, my environment? And so you start looking into what they do, why they do it, their overall goals in life, everything. And sometimes that's a wall that might be in between you and beautiful opportunities. But in this case, this person came in with no expectations. Therefore, they didn't have to go through that checkpoint that usually people have to go through. And so here they are into your life without you even knowing it. Obviously, with this Four of Cups, we see that someone is actually starting to be very well aware of what's happening here, but they're almost afraid of looking into it. There is an overall fear of not being able to meet expectations from you or from the other person, or doubts around what the intentions are right now. Because obviously it started with no intentions, with no expectations. How are things evolving? We don't know, because they're not being communicated. I see that someone has already labeled love and relationships as something destructive, which always impacts stability in a negative way. Although this person is perhaps challenging that overall idea, saying, I'm not looking for relationships, I don't want it, but if it comes in, I'll evaluate it. This could be you or the other person. Potentially here we are looking at someone even blocking the other person at some point, or ignoring a message, or taking forever to respond, overall trying not to give the wrong impression. Right here, Three of Cups. In the past, outside of this connection, there has been a lot of conflict when it came to love. If this is you, perhaps you have lost a lot in a previous connection. Your home, your job, your money, and even yourself. You are definitely past a major complicated cycle in your life, Capricorn, and it wasn't easy at the time. It caused a lot of pain, and it brought up a lot of things for you to analyze and to think about. And that eventually, if you are to look back at it with honesty, it did make you stronger and more powerful. But it was very painful. And regardless, now you are wanting to learn from past mistakes. And to do so, you rely solely on your intuition. The way you're feeling in a situation is your compass showing you the way. If something feels like it's going to be a lot of work, you're immediately ready to reject it, push it away, and close that door once for all. But so far, it has been very easy in this connection, and that's why it kept growing. Also, with the Three of Cups, the two of you are feeling a physical need to be together, to touch each other, to hold each other, and to almost stare in the other person's eyes. This does not happen often for you, Capricorn, and when it does, we already know that it's pretty powerful. This person is slowly getting under your skin and deeper into your heart. We see here someone who wants to get together, but this time not just to hang out. There is something coming up which potentially can be a turning point, and we'll have to see with the Queen of Cups what this is going to be. It looks very romantic, and it will change your perception of the situation. But this moon is reminding us that there is much more happening into this situation, much more than you know right now. This might be swept under the rug at the moment, but nonetheless, this is evolving and growing in intensity. Let's see what this is. I mean, Queen of Cups and the Lovers. You cannot ignore this energy, Capricorn. You, they, no one can. This Queen of Cups is definitely revealing a conversation coming up, which will be extremely emotional. Not seeing yet if it's a positive or negative emotion, but I definitely see that it's going to propel you forward in a way that for the both of you is going to be very unexpected. Coming from the Moon to the Queen of Cups, I do believe that it's going to be a 180, a complete shift in dynamic between the two of you. You see here someone looking at their own reflection, therefore realizing something that they haven't thought about before. This is the time for honesty and truth, and whatever will come out of this situation, it will either make or break this connection. This is a very important one. I do believe that for the most of you, you never really thought that you would meet your soulmate this way, but it seems like you did. And right now, it's fundamental for you to look into this because it doesn't happen often for you to create this type of dynamic and connection with someone, especially for you, Capricorn. This has the potential to be an amazing opportunity, an opportunity for happiness for the both of you. But it all revolves around this conversation that we see with the Queen of Cups. And so let's see what the two of you are going to talk about. Let's see what type of energies and events you should expect from this person, someone who's going to open up after a long time, perhaps pretending that everything was fine the way it was and that this was just for fun. Let's see what it's going to be revealed to you and where this lover's energy is going to take you both in the near and distant future. If you want to dive deeper into the messages, Capricorn, just follow me in the extended reading link below in the description box. Also, don't forget that every single week, I randomly select viewers who have watched the extended video to offer them a 100% free personal 30-minute live reading. Make sure to check out your spam folder on Monday mornings because I send out emails to confirm and sometimes they go to the spam folder and I get answers days later. So make sure to check out that as well. Now, stay tuned for the extended preview coming right up after this. Welcome back to your extended reading, Capricorn. The bridging energy taking us from this current situation to the future situation is definitely one of those that you respond to. This Eight of Pentacles right here, it's telling us that whatever is happening right now, it's going to go straight at the base of your foundation. This is something growing, but not just emotionally, not just passion-wise. This feels like you building your future and not even knowing it, not even knowing about it. Realizing all of a sudden that the person that you have by your side is perhaps going to be the person who's going to be by your side for the rest of your life. And it feels like here the two of you are having this realization at the same time. It wouldn't surprise me if you were both Capricorns or both earth signs, or you have a lot of earthy energy in your charts. This is someone who is on the same page as you. And that's why it has been so easy to get into your life, because they feel the same way, they speak the same love language, and they build trust in the same way that you do. But right now, this is a turning point. And when you have to become vulnerable, that's when it gets tricky. That's when you have to choose in between fighting for your power or being vulnerable and fighting for the sake of this newly formed connection and for the love that you feel inside. So let's look into this Queen of Cups right away. Look at how this Queen of Cups is looking at this Lover's card right here. This is all connected and it's going to be a revelation. So let's see what that conversation is going to be about, and let's see how this Lovers, it's bound to evolve in the near and distant future. Oh. All right, we need to be careful. This is beautiful. This is absolutely beautiful, but there is something that you should know about. Right here, what we're seeing is that first